Yo, this is it on a play, Xenogears, and as you can hear and can see from the looks of this room, we are in a place that seems to be a bit, like we've been there before, but at the same time it doesn't feel the same. And why is it called Snow Hideout? Have something happened? Well, yes, it has, but what? Well, time to find out. I've been able to explore a bit in civilian areas for the first time since the whole of Disc 2. Which is quite funny and at the same time sad. Hey, I got all the kind of good stuff here. You need anything? Yeah, this place does have some shops, so this guy has regular items. You can buy stuff if you need to, but generally you don't really need to. Hey, many thanks. Come back anytime you need anything, eh? Yeah. Have you, Kislev, Nissan? We've been feuding for such a long time, but finally we're coming together as one like this. But it's probably already too late. It's always the case. By the time we know it is anything, it's way too late. How can we possibly stand up to God's army? The situation is really hopeless. Aw, that's not good. Though this base is the last refuge for humans, as you can no doubt see, we have almost no supplies. Anyway, we're using a fallen piece of Shevat as the main base, but you probably could have guessed that, huh? If we can take a Deus even one day sooner, we can't hold out much longer than this. A fallen piece of Shevat? You say Shevat has fallen? Oh no. Hey, welcome. What can I do for you today, eh? What does this guy have? Well, as you can see, this guy has character gear. If you want to collect that, you can buy that from him. He also has Ether Stone Large, and Ether Stone Large as well, which is basically Ether Defense. Don't need to worry much about him though. Then you have this woman here with some birds. Hey, aren't these pico tiles cute? They're going cheap too. How about it? Wanna buy my pico tiles? Generally thinking, what's the point of these birds? The thing is, they're standing on a platform, like a teleport platform. You want that, right? Of course you do. Let's buy. 20,000 G for the lot, and no haggling for discounts, so pay up. Fine. Thanks, they're really delicious if you grill them. Then they fly away. Ah! I know nothing. Yeah, we got scammed. But not really though. Now we can use this one to go up. Yeah, even though it seems part of Shevat has crashed onto the snowfields, it still work. So now we're here. Remember this one? Yeah, this is the place where all those little choo-choos were, right? Yeah. And now we can explore a bit. It looks like a bunch of little kids' toys all lined up. It's pointless to take such things when we don't even know what's going to happen to this world. Aw, come on, Faye. I got a wizardry ring as well. That's lovely. Yeah. This isn't the time to looking at such things as this. Come on, Faye. Don't be a wimp. Got a Yamato belt. And this place has a lot of cool stuff, so make sure to examine everything. What else can we find? This is the strange old grandpa Choo-Choo's precious treasure. What happened to him when Shevat crashed down to Earth? I haven't seen him. His treasure, can we just take it? I'm sure he won't mind if we just borrow it. A hero costume. Whoa. And the Hercules ring as well. And what about this place? Just borrowing it. And it's not like we're grave robbers or anything, right? So don't hex us or haunt us, okay? Please. We're begging you. Give me a turban and the oh, I love this one, the speed shoes. Speed shoes is the most broken item in this game. might wonder what was so broken about it. Well, it's a character item, yes, speed shoes. Half time between turns. Basically, it's like haste. But so for some reason, I don't know if it's a bug or anything, but apparently if you use speed shoes on your character, it also works on the gears! In other words, you can have booster on the gears with speed shoes for free. So yeah. Those 20,000 for going that platform, worth it. Easily. So we also have the gear shop, and behind here there's even a little building here. Go down to the bottom here. Go down here. Now you're in a huge, like looking like a hangar, almost, right? Looks like the hangar of the Yggdrasil. Talk to this guy. I'm a celebrated gear weapon specialist. Lately there's been no interest in work. There are no men with enough guts to ask me to forge a weapon to fight Deus. If you bring me a nifty sword, I can forge it into something truly amazing for you, anytime. But I won't work for anyone rude enough to ask me to check a weapon while still equipped to their gear. Yeah, this is basically a hint. So remember when you beat the elements and you got the Kishin sword? Yeah, that one can be upgraded. But only if you have something else equipped. So just equip the Yamami sword or just some other sword and then talk to this guy again. And you talk his blabbering, of course, as like he likes to do. And then talks about this stuff again. Oh, the Kishin! You sure have a novel sword. Looks interesting. Let me take a pic. This came out great. It was like turning plowshares into swords. Use this sword to make Deus and his legions pay. And now the Kishin sword was enhanced. Became the Kijin sword. Yeah, nice, right? Really nice. So we're gonna go now again. Look at that, 695. This means now the Fenrir, Citan's Omnigear, is now even stronger than Maria. Oh yeah. I mean, Dr. Citan Suki is already OP from before, right? And now he just makes him more OP. Like, is this game trying to just make Citan more OP than ever? It's like, oh, he's so OP, and it's like, yeah, he's OP. We can still make him more OP, right? What do you mean, more OP? Talk to this guy, and this guy, he's the gear shop. So let's talk to him. And yeah, Xenogears. Well, tall is history. The Xenogears is his new gear, and this one is OP. You can still output the new fuel here. 70 output, 8,000 fuel. You also have frames here. You can see you get some insane HP values here. 27,000, 26,000, 30,000, 24,008, 30,000, and 20,800. Like, Sibson and Steer can now get 30,000 health. It's insane. The worst part, Xenogears actually has more health with 30,400. Also armor here, 60, 25, and this Aurex metal setting, which basically is the same as we already have. So the frame and engine has been upgraded, but if I now tell you something crazy, do not buy stuff here right now, because we are soon going to go somewhere where we can get even better. That's right. You're soon going to go somewhere where we're going to get even better parts, which are basically nuts. Like, our output of damage and so on was going to go up so much. It's literally insane. Like, really, 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 really insane. But we'll talk about that soon. Let's just talk to some people to learn what happened. Ugh! Burning! Burning! All of my rare first edition books and valuable autographs. I know supplies are short, but I can't believe they're burning my treasures. Aw, poor guy. So many have died. If this continues, even more will die. It's the same as 500 years ago. That tragedy and hardship is being repeated again. What's going to happen to our world? What's gonna happen to us?
Burn, burn, burn up the whole world. My whole family, everything's been destroyed by them. Who cares anymore? Burn it all up. Ha ha.
Yeah, I guess someone is starting to go a bit insane. What else can we find? Let's go into some rooms here. So yeah, it seems like majority of cities and nations in this world has been destroyed by the Seraph Angels from Merkava. So people have been gathering here to sort of, you know, feel at home, I guess. Here's the prison where Faye was carbonite frozen. There's nothing here. He's long gone already. But wow, to make a hole this big. Yeah, he's talking about, of course, Faye. Who was carbonite frozen because of powers of it. I like that some parts of Shevat though is still sort of intact. I guess I wasn't supposed to have used this. I'm sorry it caused you so much trouble. The little brother was really mad at me. He asked us whether he had hearts or not. Envy having a brother with enough guts, to be honest. Faye doesn't really have a brother. But he's probably referring to Dan. Remember that Dan was visiting Frey when he was frozen? Yeah.
I have a stupid son, you know. He used to fish for a living, but one day he said he saw a merman city on the sea floor. Since then he hasn't gone out to sea. He's become a landlubber. We haven't seen him these past few years. I don't know what he's doing now.
Yeah. Don't even know if he lives now. I mean, not many people living yet, but oh well. So let's see, what else can we find while we do some exploration in this place? Go in here maybe, or is this where we came from? This is where we came from. Can you go in here maybe? I think I smell treasure over here. That's it? Yeah, I guess. How about... Did we go here? No, we haven't been here yet. There's some people as well. They look playing in the snow, having fun. Just when I thought I could ride with the UFO, it's not flying anymore. On top of that, this guy keeps saying annoying stuff. We are to be judged. The last day is nigh. You too should be careful. It's all according to prophecy. This guy seems to be brainwashed or something. Oh, Queen, what do you see with those eyes? A look of sorrow as if you lost something. But within that, there lies a kindness which will forgive all. What's he talking about? If you go on top of here, we get to meet a certain individual. Check if there's no stuff here. No. Go around from here, and voila. There's Queen Zephyr. The snow keeps falling, softly covering up everything in this world. Our sorrow, our defilement, our mistakes. If only we could wipe away these things as easily as that. What have I been doing, been pursuing for these past 500 years? By the way, how is the person you rescued from Merkava? I heard he recovered consciousness. Yes, well, at first he had lost faith in himself, but now he's better. Kar has revived himself and he has found some real meaning in his life. If he decides to fight on our side, then our total fighting power shall be greatly increased. Kar, please listen to me. Right now, We must forget about being friend or foe. We all must support one another regardless. Right now, we need your help.
I am just trash. I reject.
Stop feeling sorry for yourself and pull yourself together, man.
Hyuga, what are you?
Trash, reject. You get the pity and call yourself all that you want. But what about them? Are these women stupid or trash or rejects too for believing in you? The reason why you helped the girls, who had no one to turn to, may not have been that noble. But in spite of that, they stuck with you. Do you know why? They know you better than anyone else. They know the true kindness that exists inside your heart. They know because they want to be loved. That is why they won't leave you. Karn. Do not make them into the trash or reject that you speak of. Commander.
All of you.
Needless to say, you are not trash or a reject. We know that better than anyone does.
I didn't realize that I've been looking for was so close to me. I'm sorry for not realizing sooner.
Oh, Commander. Looks like Ramses finally found inner peace, eh? That's nice. So much has happened between him and I. When this battle ends, I want to face Ramses one-on-one in sport, not war, as a martial artist. I am sure he wishes the same thing too. Perhaps. Faye, may I ask you something? About Ellie. What if, even if you break Zohar's spell, she doesn't return to normal? Ellie will be back to her usual self. I'll go on believing that. But even if that doesn't happen, I will still, well, let's just say, I'm prepared for that too. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, you know. Your opponent is the person you love. If you decide to quit now, no one will blame you. To quit now will be meaningless. All that I have fought for, and all that I live for, will come to have no meaning at all. People should be free, with no one bound by others and no one binding others. Inside of me, there's a part of me that desires that freedom, and a part of me that gives me hope. So, I shall fight to win true freedom, for we are still alive. We fight to live. That is the reason why I fight. It's proof I'm human. I promised my father and myself too that I would free Ellie from Deus' binds, and I would save her. I understand. So, let's keep believing and hope for a miracle. Yeah, that's always nice though. Nice to know that Ramses, despite the fact that, you know, he's been crazed all along, and he's been used. I mean, think about it. He was created for one purpose, and that was to eliminate Emperor Cain. And then he's basically being thrown in the trash bin. But still, people care for him, and people like him, and people still want to, you know, be with him. So it's nice. Speaking about nice though, I have to settle the score with this little boy.
In the prison, when I saw you change into a monster, I understood everything. Living inside of you, Faye, there's a monster that's not you. He's the bad one. He's to blame. So, to forgive you or not to forgive you, well, that's not the problem. It's not like it's going to turn things the way they were, but it's just, I don't know how to say it properly, but I'm sorry. It's alright, Dan. Enough already, I understand. It's my fault. I'm sorry I caused you so much pain. I'm just glad that I could finally make peace with you. Take care, kiddo.
So cute. But yeah, finally, after so much pain since the beginning of the game, finally, little boy Dan finally realized that, yeah, Faye wasn't the one. I mean, yeah, Faye was the one who destroyed Laham, but he didn't do it on purpose.
Faye, I was scared a little. Not really scared. Cause I knew that inside of that monster you were doing all you could to fight it, Faye. I knew it.
Aw, cute. Midori, little daughter of Citan. I also like that they had the statue here. Remember the statue? The one where Citan looked upon, I think it was a bad omen happening. And oh my god, how right he was. These kids are doing some snow flying. Aw, even Choo-Choo's here. I guess someone has a bit of happiness in all the hell that's been going on. I think inside here, maybe? Is this like a medical facility, maybe? Let's go inside here and take a look. It's a different system for what humans have been creating. In other words, it should be called machine made by non-humans.
It wasn't made by non-humans. Be quiet, sister. Please take care of the children elsewhere. You want the children to stand in the cold hallway? This is the warmest room. Why can't they stay here?
We're having a very important meeting. They're disturbing us.
Please don't get so upset. I really appreciate that you're trying to protect us. But you know these people are the only ones who can change our fate. Don't you?
Yeah. Wow. Crazy people. There may be a few things we can do, but I've been a soldier all my life. I can't sit still as long as there are people to protect and enemies to fight. I'm prepared to protect everyone here. I am Yggdrasil X. Come on, catch me if you can. Oh, these kids are cute.
I'll play with the sister.
Hey, give me my candy back.
No, they're cute. But here are some humans, demi-humans. Even have soldiers from Avu, from Kislev, even leaders from Avu Kislev, or at least military leaders from Kislev together as well. Yeah, everyone is sort of coming together to realize there's no war or fighting anymore. It's just... I would just say it's just terrible things. Can you go up here? You can. Is this where we came from? This isn't the same place, is it? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Was this the one we just... I'm starting to lose things here. Oh, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, that was the same one. Okay, never mind then. If you want to exit this place, you just go through the west part here. And you can see the loading is different. And here's the world map. So you can see, yes, Shevat has crashed. You see the world map as well, the world has changed a lot. There's only a few locations now available. And it's kind of sad. Don't worry though, guys, because we have stuff to do. So technically, the only thing that stands in our way now is to go to the final dungeon and fight against Deus. But we're not going to do that immediately, because we also have other stuff to do. What I'm talking about is... there is 2 side quests that you can do as well. One of them I will do, and the other one I'm going to skip, because it's just... I won't say pointless, but it's just nothing really much to do about it. One of them is important though because it's tied to one of the characters that has sort of a bit of a side story. And it also is the place where we can get some insane gear equipment, which can make the last bosses insanely easy. And of course we're gonna get that. So next episode we're gonna go through the sort of side quest. And after we're done with that one, then we're gonna go to the final dungeon and beat the game and be done with it. So we are near the end, guys. Just hold on a bit more. It's been over 100 episodes so far. It's gonna be probably about, I would say, 10, up to 10 more, maybe a bit less. We'll see. But we're near there, almost. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on social media, and that's great for now. See you guys next time as my journey in Xenogears continues.